Hello and welcome back to your favorite spoken English and business spoken English. In this video titled Chat Like a Pro. In this I'll be discussing certain things. Firstly, I'll give an introduction of this video, what I'm going to teach in this. Hello and welcome back to your favorite spoken English channel, business spoken English. As you have seen on the title, it's how to communicate like a pro. Firstly, I'll give an introduction of what actually is chat and communication and how does it affect our life. Secondly, I'll tell you why communication skill is important and how mastering this skill may enhance your other skills as well. Thirdly, we'll talk about what specifically one thing is there which affects it. Specifically one thing which completely revolutionizes it. On the fourth number, I'll be talking about vocabulary. I'll tell you in what way you may accumulate a grand number of vocabulary and you may use it in your conversation as well. On the fifth point, I'll be talking about practicing and how do we practice along with our friends, relatives and whoever you come across. Nextly, we'll be on sixth number, we'll be talking about listening and learning process. How do we start it? How do we proceed further towards these two skills? And these two skills helps communication skill to grow better and better. Nextly, we'll talk about on seventh number, we'll be talking about body language, and along with conversation, along with communication, along with that decency when you speak, your body language matters as well. We'll talk about this aspect as well. Further, we'll know how do we use the art of asking questions and showing our curiosity to get complete utilization of this. And last but not the least, we'll talk about how to reduce stress while communicating to someone and while having this process of learning communication skill. First of all, let's learn the introduction of communication. Let's try to understand. It's a process in which you help yourself and help your family, friends and relatives to put your ideas across people. You just use this language in order to tell others what's going on in your mind. That's an introduction. Basically, you use this language in order to put across your knowledge upon everyone's mind. Just share it. It's just a medium of sharing. Imagine that you're gonna go to moon, so you need a rocket, a spaceship. Imagine English, Hindi or any language as a spaceship. It's that simple. If you understand this, you will see it just as a process of conversation. There's nothing more than that. Sometimes you may relate a language to knowledge, which is completely, I would call it segregated. There's a huge differentiation between these. You may distinguish these both the things from each other completely. Secondly, why do we communicate? As you know that it's really important to share our ideas to each other. It's damn important. Whether you are in business sector, whether you are in job sector, whether you are a student or even a housewife or anyone, you need to talk. But I'm not just talking about a particular language. I'm not saying that learning English is important for communication. What I'm saying is a way of speaking is must in order to put your ideas across people. So why is it important to communicate well? It's not just speaking perfectly. It's about connecting with people. It's about getting your message, across the people. It's that simple. Now, number 3. What is the one thing which you can do in order to master the skill just like a pro quickly? It's that simple. Just start speaking. The best way to get better is to dive in. Just do it. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Talk to yourself. Talk to your pet. Talk to anyone who will listen to you. It's that simple. Just do it. So firstly, we got to know the introduction of this. Secondly, we got to know how important is it and why is it important to learn communication skill. Thirdly, we got to know there's just one skill that you need to master in order to master the skill completely, and that was speaking with anyone, anything, even with camera. Let's go on the fourth point, which is vocabulary. Let's try to understand this. The broader your vocabulary level is, the better your message will be delivered. It's just that simple. Remember that if there's any politician, any principal, master, any manager, it's, they all have the same job. And that's influencing. It's that simple. And that influence does not come from strictness. That does not come from, howling upon people, eating them into pieces, chopping them. It does not happen. The world is not like that. But still, you see that there are certain managers who make their employees work very hard, and there are certain managers who won't even be able to manage their employees. There are certain teachers who don't need to pressurize children in order to complete their homeworks. But there are certain teachers who will howl, will cry, will shout, will be, upon kids, who will be managing, track records and all. But still they won't be able to make the student work. It's really that simple. Communication, the words that you choose, the words that you use, the vocabulary, the specific vocabulary that you use, that actually makes all the difference. So expand your vocabulary, but make sure to keep it simple. It should not be like Shakespeare style. If you go that way, you'll be ignored completely. So expand your vocabulary, but keep it simple. Learn new words, but don't go overboard. Remember, use the words that you feel natural to you. You don't need to sound like a dictionary. Just normal words that you come across in your daily life. Just keep this in mind. And when you need to speak, put it out. Next one is practicing with friends. This is one of the most important skill that you can ever gain. Practicing with your friends. Find some of the specific friends who have the same interest as you have. In case you found it, it's like butter out of milk. It's boom. Okay, so find a friend who is interested in learning English. If you got to know of a native speaker, fantabulous. But still, if you can't be able to contact to any native speaker, at least you should find in your neighborhood or your friend circle or your relatives. There should be anyone. There could be anyone. There must be anyone who has the same interest as you have, and you might be interested to talk to them on the matter which you both feel comfortable, you both have knowledge in. For example, if someone is good at chess, you are also good at chess. If someone is interested in memes, you are also interested in memes. Why don't you conversate upon this topic in English only? So try to find some of the best friends who have the same interest as you have, and they're also interested in learning English. Practice with them. You'll be boom within few months. Have casual chats. Remember, you don't need to be it does not require that you should be talking like a pro or AI or assistant or something like that, but just talk like a normal human being. It's that simple. Keep it casual. Talk about anything, movie, food, whatever you like. Next skill is listening and learning. Remember, if you just think for a sec. You just learned this language, you know all the sentence framing, structure, syntax. You learned pronunciation. You learned accent. You learned everything. You are perfect in this. But you've been given a topic, AI, and you have never heard of it. You have never gone deeper to this topic. What are you gonna speak? Nothing. It's that simple. Remember, if you have rocket and you don't know where the Mars is, you won't go there. It's that simple. If you have your own vehicle and you don't know where New Delhi is, it's that simple that you won't visit there. So remember, at least know the contents of certain topics. Remember, if you are given a particular topic, you understand things. You understand this language. You have a huge amount of vocabulary, tons of best words that can be used in conversation, but you lack the information. Remember, information plus language is equal to perfection, is equal to influence. It's that simple. Remember to listen before speaking. if you've heard about a topic a lot, you will be talking about that topic a lot. It's that simple. Watch English shows, listen to podcasts or even songs, play attention to how people speak and try to mimic them. Next one is mastering your Next one is mastering your body language. Imagine you are be able to speak, you have the knowledge, you know the contents, but at the time when you're speaking, you speak like a robot. Imagine what impact will it create. I've observed several times in speeches, people who know the contents, who have complete information, who are good at presenting themselves, and their language, their vocabulary is perfect. But the way how they speak does not make any difference. It does not even make us feel that someone is trying to talk to us. It does not even give this feeling. In that scenario, people don't even want to look at that. It's that simple. If you see any manager, principal, or anyone talking, and he does not have that, body language moving here and there at the time of speaking, looking at everyone's eyes, if he does not follow this gesture, the idea does not get transferred at all. He speaks, people speak, but the listeners don't even try to accumulate what is being said. So body language matters a lot. Communication isn't just about words. Smile, make eye contacts, just use your hands to express yourself. It makes a huge difference. Next one is asking questions and using your curiosity to enjoy this language, enjoy this process of learning. Imagine you're having your class and class is being bored. It's going okay, just like not in a flow. Imagine in that circumstance, if you decide the flow, how cool it would be. Just going thoroughly through the content, you ask your question which came out of curiosity. Rather than those normal gossips, you just spitted your intrusive thoughts. Imagine how would it look like. So asking questions and being curious would help you to enjoy the process of learning English. Show interest in others, ask questions, listen to their answers, and build the conversation from there. Make it much fun. Enjoy the process, and remember, never ever take stress about grammar part. It's not that while speaking you have to look at the sentence structure, you have to see whether the subject is at proper place or not, object is at proper place or not, verb is in its particular form or not. This is not how it works. It's just not. See, over time, when you'll be using this language in your conversation, you will get a flow. You won't even observe what you're speaking, how the flow is going, how the sentences are being created or framed. It will just get natural. So remember, don't take stress on active and passive voice tenses, direct and indirect speech. Just forget it. Just forget it. Next one is 10th number. Real life interaction would help you a lot. You need to join a club, attend meetups, use applications in order to chat and get in touch with people. The more you practice, the more natural would it feel for you. Next one is share your expressions as well. Remember, if you're talking about something very energized, if the topic is something that needs energy, that needs hell amount of expressions, spit it out, just throw it out upon people, let them observe. It would make a good rapport in front of them. use it. Have you had any funny or awkward moments while learning English? Share it with them. Ask for their comments. Even if you are demoralized, even if you are humiliated, even if you're insulted, accept them, respect them, but invite them first. And make it natural. Remember, we'll learn from those experiences. Remember, if you have shared your experiences of any negative circumstance upon which comments are being invited, those comments will teach you a lot. Remember, in this process, no one will be here other than you who can encourage you. Remember, at this time, it's not that your organization, your school, or people will come to help you in this. It's not that. You need to encourage yourself. So get out there, start talking. Remember, practice makes perfect. Makes a man perfect, along with women also. Practice makes the man perfect. So it was very brief about how to communicate like a pro. There are certain additional tips that I would like to include in the same video. Remember, firstly, have some friendly and enthusiastic tone while communicating. Second one is use your personal experiences rather than professional ones, and funny stories as well to make it more relatable. Remember to use visual ads as well, expressions as well, in order to convey your point easily and effectively. Next is engage with your audience while asking questions or asking for comments. So these were additional tips other than the rest of them. I wish this video was helpful for you. If it was, I want a thumbs up from your side. Even Coca-Cola would be good. Thank you so much. Wish you a good day.